warm-ups on the board, I'll make it bigger for those who can't see. Let me see. So we're gonna continue where we left off with our earth layers. Alright. Got 2 warm-up questions on the board. We're gonna write them down, but you can put them in your notebook, like answer them. Alright. Alright, everybody see? Alright, got a warm up on the board real quick. Please write it in your notebook. First question, the cusp is different from other earth layers because it blank, right? And then 5, how does the mantle and cusp compare in terms of composition? And I'm gonna give y'all about 5 minutes to answer this. Give y'all some time. Take your time. No rush. Right? I'm gonna put the timer on the board back here. Yeah.
Can I go do my folder?
Yeah.
That was my glass.
About to finish with the warm up? Thumbs up if we're finished with the warm up. Thumbs down if we're still doing the warm up. Still got 2 minutes. So who has the answer for number 4? Right? First one. The crust is different from other Earth's layers because blank. Right? Who got it? Gabrielle.
C.
C. Raise your hand if you agree with Gabrielle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Raise your hand if you disagree with Gabrielle. Raise your hand if you just don't. See, nobody's gonna judge you if you don't know. This is fair and new. Right? She's correct though. For number 4, it's C. It is the thinnest and it's the least dense, right? So number 5, how does the mantle and crust compare in terms of composition? Who has the answer for number 5? Who wants to give it a try? It's okay. Y'all can try. I mean, I'm calling you if you know. Ryan, go ahead. D, raise your hand if y'all agree with the D. The mantle is made of semi-solid rock, with the crust is made of solid rock. Raise your hand if you agree. Raise your hand if you disagree. Raise your hand if you just don't agree. Y'all don't know. All right, so we know that these layers, so A is not correct, right? Because we know that both these layers are not liquid metals, right? Which one is liquid metal? Which layer is a liquid metal? Say it louder. Good job. So if we know that it's not A, let's look at B. The mantle is made of dense metals while the crust is made of gases. Is that correct? No. What is the crust made out of? Solid what? Solid rock, right? Depending on which one you have, basalt or what's the other one? Who knows the other one? Basalt and what else? Granite, right? Boom. Depending where you are, right? So they are identical in composition and density. Is that true? So basically, they're asking, is it the same with how it's made, and is the density the same? No, right? We know that the crust is the least dense based off the first one, right? So he's right, right? The mantle is made of semi-solid rock because they're referring to the cenosphere being that putty-like material, like Jello, right? And the crust is made of mostly solid rock, right? And we're gonna finish that today with our lesson. So yesterday we did the density lab, right? Y'all enjoyed the density lab just a little bit? Y'all liked it? Raise your hand if you weren't here for that. It's okay. I still got some of the stuff we could do like a little one-on-one after this, right? While everybody's doing their quizzes. So, we're gonna continue with these slides. Not so much to write down, right? Not too much. Not really to your hand. Remember the little foldable that we had? Yeah. We're gonna finish doing that, right? So we left off roughly about, keep going. And instead of doing that, we gonna do this. Roughly about, we talked about the convection currents in the mantle, correct? Not yet, just a little bit. All right, so let's talk about it. So we're gonna do a quick refresher, right? This is where we left off over here, right? You got your lithosphere is part of the crust and upper mantle divided into separate pieces called plates. Y'all should have this, correct? If you want to write it down, go ahead. I would just write the lithosphere is part of the crust and the upper mantle. Or I would just say the lithosphere is divided into separate pieces called plates. The lithosphere is divided into separate pieces called plates. Right. That's all I write down. Right? You know, thumbs up. And if y'all want to make it easier for yourselves, y'all can open up your Chromebooks and open up Google Classroom. already put the slides on Google Classroom, so if you want to follow along, you can, right? It's no issue. I know some of y'all do it at your own pace, can't be mad about it. Yes, ma'am. Yes, we are. Yes, take the pen. Right. I would only write down the lithosphere is divided into separate pieces called plates. Well, we know that the lithosphere is part of the upper mantle and part of the crust, correct? I got a diagram right here. Lithosphere is upper mantle and the crust. Also got it up here, and we're gonna see these little circles right here are the convection currents. Those take place in your ascenosphere. We're gonna talk about that a little bit more on the next slide. Lithosphere, right? You have your Chromebook. You good? You already have this? Good job. All right. So can I move on? All right, I'm gonna move on. Right? Boom. So this is a quick review, right? The ascenosphere is the soft layer of the upper mantle on which the plates of the lithosphere move, right? This is your putty material layer, right? It's like jello. It's like slime. Who likes slime? Y'all like slime? Y'all used to play with slime?
I still play.
Y'all still play with slime?
Yes.
Alright, yes. Something like that, but a little more denser, right? A little bit more solid.
You got other things?
You can just put the lithosphere moves on top of this one, right? So that's how the lithospheres move. So, right here, which the place of the lithosphere moves. So you just put the ascenosphere. This is where the lithosphere moves, plates move. On top of that, you can also put convection currents in this one. But we'll talk about that a little bit more next week. Or later on this week, we'll talk about the convection currents, right? Thumbs up once we got this written down. Two, sorry. Thumbs up if we're finished. Thumbs down if we still writing. Yeah. We good? Thumbs up if we're good to go. Thumbs down if we're still writing it down. If you got the Chromebook out, you can follow along with that. That's not an issue. Move on. Right? So, we know that we got crust, we got mantle. Lithosphere, crust are the upper layer of the mantle. The sphenosphere is the upper mantle that consists of rocky, hot tar-like consistency which slowly moves. Boom. So if we're looking at this, you got the little photo where you can write this down. You got the lithosphere right here, and then you got the sphenosphere right there, upper mantle. Your convection currents take place right there in the in the middle mantle, which is your sphenosphere. Right? So, boom. Yeah, at the core, we're almost finished, right? We should be finished after this, right? So, moving too fast? Let me know if I'm moving too fast. So, we already got this in this chart. Molten liquid metal that is about 400 degrees Celsius, about 4,700 degrees Celsius, about 8,500 degrees Fahrenheit, right? We know that it's composed of melted metals, nickel, and iron. And then we also know that it's located about 1,800 miles beneath the crust and is about 1,400 miles thick, right? So you don't have to write this down. If you do, you can follow along. You can get it later. One second. Boom, right? So if you want to write it down, feel free, right? Let me know if I need to stop. And so that, but we should have it already. Okay, we need to get the door for me, please. Right? So, if you want, feel free to. We already have this, right? We do, in that little chart, right? So here's your solid layer, right? Your inner core is that last layer, right? Boom. Solid layer composed of metal, nickel, and iron is solid because of the pressure from the outer core mantle and crust compressing it. Now, if you want to write this down, the second one I would. It's always good to know why, right? It is believed to be as hot as 66 or 6,650 degrees Celsius or 12,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Heat in the core is probably generated by radioactive decay of uranium and other elements. I would write down the second bullet point and the last bullet point. Right? You okay? What you mean? The outer core is stuff y'all already have. It's already stuff. There's one thing I'll tell y'all, but I'll tell y'all that tomorrow. Something about this electromagnetic wave. I feel like it needs you. No, y'all gotta quit this to see what y'all know. But it's just to see what y'all know. Like mastery. down. I got you. Yeah. Hmm? Don't worry about it. Alright, thumbs up once we got that written down. And this is probably like one or two more questions. Right? And then after that, we'll do our quizzes. After we do our quizzes, I'm gonna break y'all into really while y'all doing the quizzes, I'm gonna break y'all into groups. Not big groups, like right? I'll show you. Right. Thumbs up once we're good, or thumbs up if we're finished, right? Thumbs down if we're not finished, right? Am I good to move on? Yeah. Boom. So, like I said before, think about it like a peach or a boiled egg. What else? Who can think of something that's similar to like the earth? An avocado, right? What else? So there's other things you can use. Peach, egg, avocado. Got one? A mango. That's good. What else? One more. Apple? Not really, because it's not really a big seed in the middle, right? What you got?
I think it's grapes or something. Pineapple?
Grapes? Pineapple? Think about like this, right? So we give it that one. Let's focus, right? So we're gonna look at these two layers. This is a good little example, right? You got your crust, your mantle, outer core, inner core, right? Right? So, what you need to know though is the temperature increases as depth increases. So, the further down you go, the hotter it gets. Write that down. Meaning your hottest layer is the inner core, and your coolest layer is the crust. Right? Makes sense, right? Because we live on the crust. So, I mean, it can't be the hottest, right? Temperature increases as depth increases. Right? That's all you got. So the further down we go, the hotter it is. Right? Thumbs up once we got that written down. Thumbs down if we still writing it down. Yeah, can I move on? Thumbs up. Still right. So, we're gonna look at this little information in the chart, and then you'll see the relationship between depth and density and pressure, right? So, deeper you go, what does it look like? Deeper you go, more pressure, right? So let's look. Crust, 1% of mass. Mantle, 70%, pores, 30%, right? State, broken rock, plastic, liquid for the core. I think they're staying with just the semi-liquids, right? Because you got solid and liquid, right? Depth, kilometers, further you go down, right? Boom. Density, as you can see, the further you go down, the density increases, right? You have your chemical composition of each layer, then you also got the temperature. As you go down, it looks like the temperature increases also. And then the same can go for the pressure too, right? So now to make it simple, density and pressure increases as depth increases. So you can also write this down, right? So further down you go, the more pressure, the more density you get, right? I'm pretty sure that's it. That's all we got right now, right? Thumbs up once we have this written down, right? That's pretty much it. Now, let's see, who got any slides? So now everybody's Chromebook should be open. We're gonna do a little quick quizzes. And it's gonna be unless y'all wanna listen to the layers of the Earth rap song, but I don't think y'all want to. It's kind of boring, but it talks about it talks about it and stuff, right? So once you have that written down, everybody's Chromebook should be open. I have a playground for y'all, right? And while some of y'all doing a playground, I have a few conversations with others, right? So, cool. I'm still asking some others. Yes, ma'am. Yes, you can. Do student page. I'll give y'all. Y'all cool with a basketball?
Yeah.
Basketball? Yes, Gabrielle.
Can I charge my computer?
Quizzes. You need a charger? Come sit over here by the outlet. You need a charger?
No.
I got a charger. Come on. You got your charger? You can sit right here. Oh, you can plug it up right here. And then if you want to plug yours up, you can plug it up right here. Sit against the tree. And then Gabrielle, you can plug it up right here. And then you can sit right there. Alright, so I'm gonna start. I need to see Gianna and Rosie and Ryan. And just y'all grab a seat over here. Pretty good? Like you can take a seat with you. Yeah. Just gonna start with me. But let me get y'all free. No, just bring your. You can bring your Chromebook. You can bring your slot. Notebook. That's it. You got your, you need your. Right, you need your. I'm gonna start it, okay? I don't have that much time left. If you get the chance, you can finish for if you want to. It's just extra practice, okay? So how do we feel? How do you feel about earth layers? So you can tell me each layer and its order and condensing and pressure. Okay, can you give me the three layers? Mesosphere, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you got the lithosphere, you got the cenosphere, right? And you got the mesosphere. Shoot. Right? So we got those three. Correct? So now we got the lithosphere, which is part of the crust. So what does the crust consist of? And what else? Continental. And that one, oceanic, right?
Ooh, I know.
Choose this one. And continental. Right? Plus the lithosphere. Upper Mediterranean, right? That is broken into what? Nothing. So the lithosphere is divided into something we call what do we plates. That's simple, right? So if the lithosphere is divided into plates, and we're gonna talk about our plate boundaries, like what causes mountains, volcanoes, that plate. So we know that the plates move on on the mantle, but what part of the mantle? Not up, not low. The middle, the ascenosphere. Yeah. Let me see here. So, yeah, so the lithosphere floats on the plates of the lithosphere. Float on. Yeah, let me put the line in so I can get it better. So we know that our lithosphere are plates, right? Divided into plates. So I'm gonna do it like this. That's a plate, right? One plate square, right? Right, so it's square plate. I'm gonna do the pink as my lithosphere. My cenosphere, right? So my brown is in place, that's my lithosphere. And my pink is the cenosphere, the little putty material. So they kind of float on top of this, not really float. Yeah, you can say they kind of float on top of it, right? And they move, right? And then we'll see that some of them, they rub against each other like this. And I'm gonna do another level. think graham cracker is the same thing. Yeah. Why you can't have chocolate?
It's not that they don't.
Which is crazy. She's so quick to drink that chocolate.
You love chocolate milk, but you don't like chocolate.
So you come to me every morning. That's it for you. I'm gonna let her know.
You better not.
That I'm sorry.
It's not.
Well, okay. So let's do this. So now we have crust, mantle, outer core. Which out of those four is So now, so we got the inner core is the densest. So which one's the highest? No, the inner core is the highest. Let's do it together. Let's talk about this. Yeah, but that was wrong. This is mental. We talked about it. Mental's the biggest. Mental taking up the most. Grab me that sphere off my desk. Lydia, if you got that sphere off my desk. The most abundant element in the Earth's crust is silicon and oxygen. You can put true. You can put true. Is it right? Alright. So we got the crust. Where's the crust? See how much bigger that is compared to that inner and outer one?
They said this is the outer core.
Yeah.
But what is wrong with you? I put inner core like that.
We just, yes, what's up, Lydia? You should probably put it past me. What is the name of the layer that contains the upper mantle? We never talked about that. Probably not. I just did a review. What's still confused? You confused? What you need? I'm on the way. I'll be back. What's up? Is it out? Try that out. I might have to go fix it. Hey, stop. Thank you. You can stop. Appreciate it. You can stop. No, it's the picture. It's the way the picture's set up. I gotta fix it. So I'm gonna fix it. Thank you. I'm gonna fix it right now. Look at this. Hey guys, so class is technically over. It is. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna let y'all, if y'all want to, y'all can finish that phone. Alright, I'll let y'all finish it tomorrow.
Can we go back to the food? I need to finish my
Yes.